As we saw in the first episodes of Masters of the Air, the 100 bomb group will be fighting weather conditions, flak, and of course German fighters. The Focke-Wulf 190, or FW190, was
Those 190 say screech right by you, say what, 500 miles per hour?
Anyone see any shoots?
mentioned in the interrogation briefing after their first mission. So let's take a closer look at this plane. A German single-seat fighter aircraft that became one of the Luftwaffe's most effective and versatile aircraft. The FW190 first took to the skies in 1939 and quickly gained a reputation for its agility, speed, and firepower.
But the 190 is still a vital factor in Germany's defense of her European stronghold. Lancasters by night and fortresses by day often come up against her. She's versatile too, and with a speed of 390, mixes tip-and-run raiding with night and day fighting. From the air, land or sea, the Focke-Wulf 190
Armed with a combination of machine guns and cannons, it was a potent adversary in air-to-air combat.
First impressions. A low-wing radial engine fighter. Simple lines, hasn't she? Notice that those wings have blunt tips, and that the tailplane is narrow and rectangular. Now for a really good look. Slightly underneath, but all the features are still here. The radial engine makes the 190's nose completely round. And the size of that nose gives you some idea of the amount of power that's packed into it. Check up on the low wings with dihedral from the roots, and the cockpit stepped well up to give the pilot a good view. That gives you quite a bit to go on. Something more. The 190 is sometimes seen out with a bomb. A 500-pounder slung here. Don't get it mixed up with her auxiliary petrol tanks, which she carries under the wings when she wants to increase her range from 500 miles to just over 1,000. Now look at her from a bit further underneath. Plenty more here. That radial nose is quite short. The wings have straight tapered edges and blunt tips. That's a pretty useful clue. The tailplane has straight edges and blunt tips as well, but it's narrow in chord and has scarcely any taper. An almost perfect rectangle, isn't it? Would you know the 190 from above? Well, let's get on top of the job.
With a top speed exceeding 400 miles per hour, the FW190 was a fast and
but let's
agile
make it
fighter.
easy this time. That's better. See those simple lines again. The radial engine seems to have controlled the design of the whole of the fuselage. As she moves into side view, here's a better view of the fuselage. Yes, the shape of that BMW 801 engine dominates the lines of the fuselage from large spinner right back to fin and rudder, which has an outline that's easy to remember. The position and shape of the cockpit offer one more very good point to go for.
The ability to carry a significant bomb
That
load
fairing
also made it a
underneath
versatile
is to
fighter
streamline
bomber.
the bomb rack, which is usually mounted here on the bomber version. On the fighter, this fairing doesn't appear at all. Now for the next angle. Hold it. You can't miss that short nose. And despite the radial engine, that fuselage has a lean look at this angle. Now we've got an ideal view of the wings and the tailplane. The wings, remember, have straight taper to both edges and blunt tips. The tailplane has blunt tips as well, but is narrow in chord with scarcely any taper. Rectangular is the word to remember. Okay, let her go. You've got the detail now, so check her over for yourself and make sure you've got the general impression, which really counts. Now to sum up. Short circular nose. Low wings with dihedral from roots. Straight tapered wings with blunt tips. narrow rectangular tailplane. She's the Focke-Wulf 190, but never let a 190 get away. She's been spotted. Hot on the trail goes the Thunderbolt. Now for it. And what about you? If you can't pick out the Focke-Wulf right through this action, your recognition's at fault, and you must see this film again.
The FW190 underwent various adaptations and modifications, resulting in numerous variants tailored for specific use. Please like and subscribe for more Masters of the Air
Down
Insider
among the dead
information.
men goes the Focke-Wulf 190.